7 years later, and he still chose his family over me. His parents said they don't want me to come over for the holiday today. Their excuse was that it's the first holiday without their grandma, his dad's mom, and they want it to be just family. After 7 years, why am I still not family? For context, they've never liked me. They've said awful things about me that I hate to even repeat, and they've never made a kind gesture for me in all the time I've known them. I've come to terms with that, and frankly, I don't need their approval. I've done nothing but love and support and encourage my BF for the 8 years I've known him and the 7 years we've been together. But they haven't had to deal with me since 2019. I haven't been to any holidays on their side since the pandemic started. They're anti-vax, so I steered clear for a bit. You'd think they could suck it up for one day after getting a 3-year break from me. You might be thinking, cut them some slack, they're grieving. I already did. When she died 3 months ago, I flew back home the very next day, a whole 10 days after I'd just moved across the country for grad school, because she meant a lot to me, and I wanted to be there to support the love of my life during a difficult time. They chose to go out of town to a relative's house for the weekend, so I only got one night to spend with him. When I asked if I could come up before then, even for a day, and offered to bring food for them and everything, same excuse. We want it to just be us right now. But the wounds were fresh, so I kept my mouth shut and did my best to be there for my BF. I can't keep doing it. When he told me that they don't want me there today, he asked if he could spend some time at both places, so he could see me before I fly back tomorrow. I told him I couldn't do that, and that he'd have to pick if he wanted to spend the day with me or them. He couldn't have both. It sounds harsh, I know, but it's been 7 years of pain and frustration and rejection. 7 years of his family talking shit about me and excluding me. 7 years of listening to them degrade and insult him. Tubin is sending years of trying to get him to see them for who they truly are. And this time, I'm watching my mom in the middle of a divorce with my stepdad for the same reasons. I told him I would not have a relationship like my parents, no matter how much I love him. And he promised that our future wouldn't look like that. But then I made him choose today. I told him that he could come to my family's or stay with his, but he couldn't have his cake and eat it too. And he chose them. I guess I don't really know what I expected. He can't even stand up for himself, or maybe he doesn't even think he needs to. So why would I expect him to stand up for me? I guess I just thought, now that we're older, things would be different. We aren't the same kids we were when we first got together in high school. We've both had to grow up and mature in so many ways, especially after the initial year of the pandemic, and he finally seemed like his own person. He talked and acted like he didn't give a shit about his family's approval anymore. Promised